Welcome to Cord Cutting Today for July 26, 2023. This is a show where we break down some of the biggest stories happening in the world of cord cutting right now and give you our opinion on them. Now, this is our opinion. If you want to learn more about these stories, including Spectrum's raising the price of home internet, but if you act fast, you can keep your current price. Google must pay hundreds of millions of dollars in damages because of the Chromecast. We'll explain why. And Verizon 5G home internet is going to go up soon. Act fast to lock in your price there for Verizon's 5G home internet. If you want to learn more about these stories, check out the show notes down below, and in the first pinned comment, I'll put a link to each story there so you can read about them for yourself and come up with your own opinions. I'll love to hear from you. If you're new here, hey, do me a big favor. Hit that subscribe button or hit that thumbs up. Doing one or both, even if you've been here a while, lets YouTube know you enjoy what we do here so that they recommend our videos to more people, helping us grow, helping us support our families, and hopefully helping you break free from the high cost of cable TV. So with that said, let's dive into the story. Starting off with Spectrum's home internet price is going up, but there's a way to keep your current price. Now, we reported this last week that Spectrum home internet, TV, voice, and broadcast television fees are all going up, but they have a great new autopay discount. They're rolling out a autopay for Spectrum internet customers. If you set up autopay, you can save $5 on your monthly bill, which is the exact price of the price hike, which means if you set up for autopay or you are already enrolled in autopay, you will not see a price hike with this change. Now, Spectrum did tell us if you are currently on a promotional price, once again, that promotional price is good. You won't see the price hike until that promotional price ends. This price hike will take effect on your next bill after August 9th, 2023. And again, if you're not on autopay, you're going to definitely want to go set that up to help you save $5 a month. This is a new auto pay discount, something that Spectrum has not done in the past. All right, let's keep moving along. Google must pay $338.7 million in damages over the Chromecast. Now, they're paying this off to TouchStream Technologies. This is a company who has a patent about transferring content from one device to your TV, basically through another device. Now, they say that Google actually visited them back in 2011, looked at their technology, turned them down and said, we're not interested in doing something like that, only to release the Chromecast in 2013. Google argued that their patent is not enforceable. It's not a real patent, but they lost in a jury awarded TouchStream Technologies $338.7 million. Now, they're not ending there. It's being reported that they're also suing Comcast, Charter, and Atlas right now for similar patent infringements. Those cases are all pending right now. Now, Google has not announced this, but I'm sure they're going to try to appeal this. They're looking at all their legal options not to pay this $338.7 million fine. It'll be interesting. There's a lot of patents out there. What I find most interesting, though, is that this is only happening now. Apparently, this was filed quite several years ago, and only now is getting the judgment. Often, cases like this can drag on for a very long time, so maybe it shouldn't surprise us at all that it took this long for it to happen. But good news for Chromecast customers. For now, nothing is changing on your end. You're going to be able to continue to use your Chromecast. Don't worry. This is something more affecting Google with it. But it is interesting to take a look at. Again, no, Chromecast customers, don't worry about this. It does not affect you right now. What may affect you, though, is if you wait in our next story up, Verizon's 5G home internet will be going up. Originally, we said reportedly in the story, Verizon has since confirmed the price hike to Core Cars News, $10 a month with this. Now, if you are under contract with them, you're going to get to keep your current price. And they said, at the time I'm recording this, if you hurry, you can lock in that $20 or $25 or $35, $25 or $35 plans, depending on which one you pick, for home internet right now. But you need to act very fast. I don't know exactly what day this price is going to go up. Hopefully not before I post this video from when I'm recording it. Fingers crossed. Hate it when that happens. But check out our story. This is a really good price at a good home internet service here. Verizon has said they expect to add millions of subscribers over the next few years to this service. And it's one of the few areas they're seeing growth in wireless right now. Home internet is definitely becoming a major focus for Verizon. And I've been very impressed with what I've been seeing from these fixed wireless services like Verizon and more. So are you a Verizon Wireless 5G home internet customer? Bit of a mouthful, but let me know. What do you think of the service? Do you like it? Do you not like it? I want to hear from you. All right, T-Mobile, speaking of ways to save some money, is having a new T-Mobile Tuesday savings. There's a few new deals here if you're a T-Mobile customer. Starting off with, you can save 15 cents per gallon of gas some limitations for the rest of the year at Shell gas stations. So if you fill up at a Shell gas station, you can save 15 cents. It's kind of interesting. When I grew up, Shell gas stations dominated where I live. Now I hardly see any. Are Shells pretty popular where you are? Leave me a comment, let me know. But you can also get up to 25% off of tickets from AEG Presents venues nationwide. And they have a Magenta Club, which is popping up at a lot of big big festivals, where if you're a T-Mobile customer, you can hang out in their exclusive Magenta Club. Some cool new features, in my opinion, one I'll probably get the most out of would be the Shell fuel discount of 15 cents per gallon for the rest of the year. Some limitations apply. Read the full disclosure in the show notes down below with that. But cool deal. Take advantage of all these deals. You're already paying for T-Mobile. Might as well get a little bit money back on your gas to help offset the cost of T-Mobile. All right, Verizon lost over 69,000 TV customers. Now, you may be saying, hey, look, that number is going down. You are right, that number is going down. What's basically happening here is Verizon has not actually sold Fios TV in quite some time. Fios internet customers are now being pushed towards YouTube TV. So what we're seeing here is the slow decline of legacy Verizon customers slowly dropping off, slowly moving away to cord-cutting services as they're not adding any new ones. Verizon said overall their revenues were $32.59 billion, a drop of about 3.5% compared to the second quarter of last year. And with that, they added more than 400,000 broadband internet customers. For the, I think this was the third straight quarter. Yes, it was third straight quarter of over 400,000. Now, vast majority of those were wireless 5G home internet, with 384,000 of them 5G home internet. I've said this before. Cord cutting 2.0 is people switching away from traditional cable internet, DSL, fiber options to more new options, whether that be SpaceX, Verizon, T-Mobile, Amazon Home Internet someday, and more. We're seeing that really pay off for Verizon and T-Mobile. We'll see what T-Mobile's second quarter numbers are very soon, but the first quarter was very big for T-Mobile with that. So we'll keep a very close eye on this. But let me know, have you cut the cord? Are you joining cord cutting 2.0? Are you looking for cheaper options for home internet? It's very early days of it. It reminds me of the very early days of cord cutting 1.0, we'll call it, where it wasn't always perfect. It wasn't always the best option on the market, but it did help you save money. And that's what we're seeing with cord cutting 2.0. So leave me a comment, let me know. All right, some big shakeup over at Nextstar, the largest owner of ABC, CBS, Fox, and NBC affiliates, plus now a majority owner of the CW, News Nation, and more, has hired a former Fox executive to become the new CEO or COO and president of Nextstar. Michael Bird spent 23 years at Fox doing all kinds of stuff, including overseeing television programming via broadcast platforms, digital platforms, video on demand, pay networks, Fox Linear, direct-to-consumer products, and free ad-supported streaming services. He kind of managed all their content across the board, across all these different platforms. Now he's going to become the president and the COO of Nextstar next month. The current president CEO is going to stay on as an advisory for the rest of the year with that. So very interesting change up here. The current president had been with Nextstar since 2009. He's leaving in a very turmoil-less, that was a kind of a weird word, but time. They're still in the middle of a very bitter battle with DirecTV as they fight out the companies here with this. Now they're bringing in a new president at a time where it does not look like this DirecTV issue is going to be resolved anytime soon with it. We'll see very closely. Nextstar's current president has made very clear that they want more money from places like DirecTV, YouTube TV, and more. We'll see how that plays out. So maybe a new president is going to be the one that has to figure out a deal to resolve these issues. We'll be watching it very closely. Speaking of revenues, maybe one of the reasons why DirecTV is unwilling to pay these high prices, a report from MSNBC came out and it says that cable networks have seen their revenue drop 51% over the last 10 years from 2022 to 2020, or 2012 to 2022 with that. With that move, you can kind of understand why a lot of cable companies are pushing back on demands for more money from networks. Networks want to offset this huge drop in revenue by getting cable companies to pay more. Cable companies say, if we pay you more, we got to charge our customers more, and more people will cut the cord. It's a vicious cycle we're seeing right here. But back in 2015, 80% of households either had cable or satellite broadcasting, but now in 2023, it's down to just 49%. That's significant, and it's a little bit more complicated than that because there's a lot of, I think, underreported numbers, a lot of the gray market people, the people who don't get counted because either they move into a new home, maybe they divide a home. There's a lot of ways this happens. 4 friends all pay for one cable bill. They all move out of the apartment together, and they all don't get cable. That's not one new cord cutting house. That's 4 new cord cutting houses with that, for example. So we'll have to keep a very close eye on it, but cable TV revenues falling fast. I've said this before. Most cord cutters could care less about live. They're going to on demand with that. And last story up of the day, Netflix has announced a new My Netflix app, making finding what you want easier, or My Netflix area in the app, excuse me. Now, the My Netflix area is rolling out right now to iOS devices and will roll out later this year to Android TV device. This will be a one-stop place for you to find all your favorite content and more. Basically, Netflix is categorizing by stuff you've already watched, currently watching, and recommendations based on that into one area to hopefully help make it faster for you to find the content you want with it on mobile. Has anybody received it? Mine has not updated. I want to hear from you. Have you received the new Netflix My Stuff area? Let me know what you think of it. All right, that's it for today. I hope you have a fantastic Wednesday. Take care. Be safe. I'll talk to you all again real soon.